Good evening, seems we have the full current here because the reader haven't responded to me with because I sent it too late when he
Yeah,
was asleep, I guess.
maybe it's too earlier for Redux.
Yeah, great.
Mm-hmm. So we
Because
can sync up.
yeah. Let's start from myself. Last week I was pretty much trying to wrap up the support of a heartbeat on OSD, and it's the the code oh I would say the feature complete, but it hasn't been tested because the listen and bind support is not quite ready. I thought it was, but guess I need to set the message type, the prototype to of the messenger to B1 as Yingxin did in his fix to the interest of echo alien echo. I would do this today and try it again. And also was working on the aerial support. Basically, I was repeating try to incorporate the changes by Jianpeng and Redux. But some of the change by Redux is kind of too aggressive and complicated the code a little bit. So I didn't um, have all of his change suggested by his RFC PR and the LRU change PR has been reviewed by Redux. Jianpeng, if you get a chance, probably you could take a look at those as well.
Yeah, maybe because this week I still focus on the why system message has plenty of the PV ePOP PV. So and I found the reason and sent the email. So I think at the weekend I will review the code.
Thank you. And actually, I was reading your analysis just now. It was great. And I think the next step, as I put in the mail, I will try to audit the changes in Mon client and the authentication. Seems we have there are two different part regarding to the V2 message V2. One is the one is residing the V2 messenger itself. Another part is the supporting Mon client. I will work on the second part, and also I would like to help Trime if there's anything I can do. That's me. Trime, could update us with your progress?
Oh yeah. I have I think I have finished the OSD layer, the process in QDQ, and we'll call the PG layer do request. And when I rewrite the code, there's many build errors because the code is decoupled, especially for the message.h. In the message.h, if I include our Crimson connection.h, it will influence many code because many code include the message.h. And so I'm thinking if which way I used in the message.h. One way is to modify the messenger.h to let it include our Crimson connection.h and fix the other modules build error. But I'm not sure.
I don't quite follow you. What?
So the
What's the missing part
message.h,
in
there's
it
many
again?
build error because it's decoupled with all the OS code labradors code, especially the message.h. The message.h include the connection.h. The collection, we should use our Crimson connection.h. And if I use our Crimson.h, many modules build error. So
Put in other
one
words,
way,
the message.h are involving the connection.h, which is included by the existing messenger.
Yeah.
Which is quite different from our counterparts of like Crimson / connection.h and Crimson / socket connection.h. Is that what I mean?
They are different. Yeah, there's many difference. So one way is
Hi, Trumei. I just look at the code. Seems that the Crimson net forward.h already includes the message -message.h, but it doesn't. There's no problem compile issue there. So I don't know what causes.
The message.h also include the existing connection.h. So when you get the connection,
explain to us why the test does not fail to build, because we are actually using, for example, the mping. We need to mping, for example, mping message to. We need to have the definition of the mping message to work in our alien echo unit test.
So the message.h includes the existing connection.h. So when I use the get the connection, it will return the something refer counter some reference, something like that, because that is not our pointer.
So you are using get connection. You are trying to retrieve the connection from a message.
Yeah, from the message, when I try to get connection, it's finding the existing connection.h get connection, and then that.
I don't think we support that yet, right?
No, we don't support this. We don't support.
Because there's two connection.h included in our code. One is our connection.h, another is existing connection.h included in the messenger.h.
No, they are not. They are in the different namespace, so they don't collide. So if you use get connection in the message, it will try to achieve the async connection, not the Crimson connection.
You are using some unsupported feature in a Crimson message.
Unsupported feature.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. Currently, I didn't working on it. I just leave that build back there. So I am still working next step. So, but still there are other build errors because some coupled issue. So I am just pick up some code I needed and try to avoid the coupled issue and fix the build error now. So at the weekend, I think I can fix the build error and upload the code to the GitHub. So I need Kefu to review the logic flow to see if the DQ in Q is right. The logic is right.
Yeah. Not just me. I'd like. You probably need to send the.
Yeah, I will send
the URL
all you
of
guys
your
the
PR
link.
to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you test the OSD? Can you use some tools to send the request and I don't know how can we test the code now?
You mean unit test or
we start up the OSD.
Test.
Oh, I mean, we start up the OSD and the OSD can get the request from the client. Any test client send the request.
I think the I think the Rados command line application should do the job.
Oh, so Rados. So the code
Rados
I want to write some code and test it. If it is write all the code but not test it, maybe many problems. So I don't know how to test it now. I don't know
I think
how
the
to
first
test
step is to make sure that that it is able to listen to a given port, the public port exposed to the Rails client, and it is aware by the monitor. So the monitor is able to publish the address of the address of OSD to the Rails client in the updated OSD map. I think probably that's the first step. That's why I started looking at the Echo Messenger, because
when we build our OSD, can we use the existing startup OSD method to start our OSD?
Not now. The missing piece is that probably if you want to leverage the vStart script, we need to add support of the makefs. Currently, it's the whole structure is over there. It's quite ready, but we haven't tested it. And if we need to replace the existing OSD with the Crimson OSD, we need to add an option to the vStart messenger.
So how you start your your OSD now, Crimson OSD now?
The way I test the Crimson OSD is to first start the vStart messenger using the memory memory store backend by passing -- memory store option to vStart.sh, and then and create a PG once the cluster and up and running. I will create a PG and probably create 1 or 2 objects in the. By creating PG, I mean I create 1 pool or 2, and create some object in that pool just created, and then I will try to stop a random OSD, and then just start an Crimson OSD using the command line passed to the stopped OSD. For example, if you stop an OSD by using the initSef space stop OSD.1, you can start and can replace it by using Crimson OSD Crimson.-OSD -I space 1 and -conf space save.conf. So that Crimson OSD will take place of the OSD just being killed.
So
it will
can you write all the?
I will send a mail to you guys afterwards.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, send email. That will be clearly instruction by instruction. Thank you. And Yingxi, so when can you support the GET connection? Something in our connection?
I think maybe I don't know if we still need to support this, because when dispatch messages, we also there's a parameter in MS dispatch to give the connection to the dispatcher and to the OSD with the message.
You mean the connection is as the input parameter now, right?
Yeah, connection is sent with the message. The connection reference is sent with the message. It is not attached to the message, but it is sent with the message.
So
if you can look at the MS dispatch interface, the new one.
Oh, okay. So so we can save it in the OSD. No. Where to save it?
what do we need to save the connection?
So in the OSD process, sometimes it need use the connection, get some session. So
we can always, if you need to do so, you can always add a reference into the message and attach the connection to it.
It's already included in the message, right?
No, it doesn't implement it, but you it can be modified to attach the Crimson connection to the message.
I doubt it's necessary.
If you need so.
Because it's
yeah.
Yeah. So if I only really have the message, how can I get the connection information?
I think that being said, if you have a message, it's very likely a message you are being it's received, right?
Yeah, it received the message.
So you are very likely to have the message along with its connection. For example, if you are implementing a method derived from a dispatcher, if you look at the virtual methods exposed by a dispatcher, you will find that whenever a message is received, you should have the connection over which the message is received, right? Probably you can take a look at the definition of the connection.
Connection, reference, and connection handle. Oh, you mean we need to transfer the input parameter into all the following function call?
Why not?
But why not provide the get connection method to get the connection when necessary?
Because the message should not be coupled with the connection. Ideally, it will increase the complicate the logic to maintain the life cycle of the connection.
So that means the following functions, all of them need as the input parameter, the connection input parameter.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, if you all agreed. So what's the problem with the existing get connection? I don't understand why we couldn't use the old one, the get connection.
Actually, we have a discussion of this topic in one of the Yingxing's PR. If you like to know more of the context, let me find it out for you.
Okay. So thanks. And then I will modify the code to take the connection as the input parameter for all the following function calls. Okay.
But I don't remember, Kefu, I don't remember I have discussed with you about the attached to connection to the message, but
it's relevant. We've been discussing this when trying to merge your one PR, where you have a change to add a support of
priv, you mean?
Yes, priv. That's it.
But the priv is not is the session, message. But not. Okay.
So they're not the identical one, but I think they are relative.
Okay, I understand the. Yeah, I understand it.
So,
Yeah.
so
logically, the message is not quite related to the connection, right?
Yes, and yes, that could introduce a cynic reference between
Yes.
the connection and message. That
Yes.
in long term, that would be a nightmare.
So can you send me the PR discussion so let me understand why they are not why they are changed?
Yeah, why we don't want this feature
Yeah,
on.
yeah. So also okay offline. Another question is, do we have the session concept now? The OSD session, OSD session. I mean.
Not yet. It's up to you to implement it or not.
So not decided?
No, it's a whole new thing, right? The Crimson OSD. So if you think it's necessary, we can surely have it.
Oh, okay. So
Trinh, I do want to remind you that we are not trying to port the OSD to Crimson OSD. We're likely to take the chance to rethink the whole thing, to build a faster one.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So I really want you guys to think it over before to replicate the OSD instead of porting it.
Yes,
Port is not a goal of to port OSD to Crimson is not a goal of this project.
Okay. So Kefu, so I'm not very understand the existing some logic. It's so complex because there are many conditions check.
Right.
And
right.
So I really don't understand clearly. So I need to discuss with you and
the team.
With the team, and for example, so maybe I can post the code first, and then we discuss.
Sure.
Because there are so many conditions, and they so many waiting queues in different conditions. They put to the different queues, so it's so complex for me. I don't understand.
I think one way to do it is to review one, to discuss the case by case, and
Okay.
if they share some common pattern, we can abstract some way to explain this concept.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's
we can start from one or two of the conditions, so we can take a closer look at it. If you want to pull more resource or to get more input from the community, you might want to send a mail to the safe dev.
Sure. If I want to discuss in our team first. If we don't understand or need more opinions, we can send to the community.
Cool.
So please, you guys help me to consider the following concept. One is the next OSD map. When the OSD layer to do the to process the request, there is a next OSD map reserved. Do you understand what I speaking?
Or we can send
Yeah,
the
I
address
will
of
send
code
an email.
in the chat.
I will send you your email or the concept I want to discuss with you next time, so you can take a look first.
Yeah, so we can be more prepared for the context of your question.
Yeah, I will send an email on my questions and first, and you have time to take the code first. Then we discuss.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Thank you.
Okay, that's all for me.
Okay. Jianpeng, what's up?
As I wrote in the mail, I found the reason why there are plenty of weight. The first, the most from the permission message server accept this create a epo event, and the other epo event is from the sleeping model. Because
these two models are exclusive, right? We are either in pulling mode or in sleeping mode.
Yeah.
So by default, the reactor is working in pulling mode. That's why we have 100 CPU usage.
I think at default, the model is pulling and sleeping mode.
So they are not exclusive.
What mean?
So they are not exclusive. The reactor is working in both of these modes.
Yeah. If the idle interval is larger than the max polling time, so the main thread will enter the sleeping mode and wait the event or signal.
Okay, that explains. So putting that way, the reactor is in sleeping mode if there is no task in the queue, but as long as it has any task in the queue, it will switch over to the pulling mode. That will
Yeah.
And the reactor will working in the full speed, even though there's only a single task in the queue. But once the queue is drained, it will switch back to the sleeping mode.
No. The reactor thread don't enter the sleeping mode after this case. They will repeat sometimes to check the event. Only the individual which between the last idle start and idle end. There is a period to judge whether the
So there's the grace time that before it will switch back to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you.
That's all my work this week.
Okay. Thank you, Jianpeng.
Hi, Kevu. 那个 before renew your PI, what's the next for my work?
I think as you are co-located with Yingxin, I think probably you can work with Yingxin on the V2 messenger. What do you think? Or is there anything that interests you?
Okay.
Is there anything in the working item that I listed in the mail last day that you might be interested?
I see. I will help Yingxing to work on Messenger V2.
Yeah, I believe that the V2 messenger is it's definitely not a trivial work. You know that we have quite a lot of resources put into the V2 messenger in Nautilus, like Radius and Siege and now Redux all have been working on V2 messenger. I don't think Yingxin could handle it by himself. So he definitely need some help aside from him. And I also wonder if we need to the help from Radiac, as he has showed some interest in working on helping the Chromosome Messengers V2 support. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I see.
And Yingxin?
Okay. Last week sharded messenger is merged, so we can safely create multiple connections and they won't block at least. So it's the first thing, and the second is I am working on provide a protocol level abstraction of the messenger, and there's a PR there.
Yeah, I noticed it.
Yeah, basically there's an abstract class called protocol. It's the same level of the async messenger protocol class. So there's a protocol v1 inherits the protocol class. So all the v1 protocol logic is encapsulated in protocol v1. So we can start another called protocol v2 to implement the messenger 2 after this is merged.
Okay.
So basically I'm looking at the asynchronous messenger implementation is splitted. It's almost splitted between V1 and V2, but there's still some common logic that can be shared. The one example is the write event. I put it in the protocol class, not in the protocol V1 class, because I cross-checked the V1 and V2 implementation in asynchronous messenger, and I think we can share this logic in the abstracted protocol class and just implement several specific like write message, to keep alive or keep alive egg in the concrete protocol v2. Yeah. So,
okay, thank you.
And another thing is
take a closer look at the PR. And I suggest Jianpeng, you can also cross-check the Yingxin's PR to get familiar with the underlying logic of messenger.
Yeah, another thing, next week I'm not available. I'll take a vacation next week.
Okay, a good time.
Thank you.
So you will be back in 2 weeks, is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. Enjoy time.
Thank you.
I think that's pretty much of it. Anything else? Any problem? Okay, talk to you guys next week, and Happy New Year. Have a good time, Ying.
Thank you. See you.
Good evening, Tremaine.
Bye bye.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.